Hi and welcome back to Algebra 1. Our goal for today is the last little bit of review, factoring completely using GCF and chart method, and more specifically when I'm given a quadratic or higher polynomial that only has two terms called a binomial. So based off our lesson from yesterday, we should understand that when I start with two terms, I should start by pulling out my GCF and adding in a zero placeholder for the missing term. Once I do that, I'll be back to a trinomial. And then once I'm back to that trinomial, I can then do my guess and check work that helps me get back to the quadrinomial, that helps me go to my chart, which then helps me get my factored completely version. So if I was given a problem that looked like this, only having two terms, step one is check for GCF and add in the zero, in this case, t term. So I would say, all right, I have a GCF of 4. I still have t squared. There's no t to the first, so I'm working towards that standard form. And then back here would now be a minus 25. From there, we were looking to write the trinomial as its quadrinomial. That helps me go to my chart, which in this case would be 5 and negative 5t. I bring down my 4 so I don't forget about it. T squared, a 5t, a negative 5t, and a negative 25. Now we're ready to go to our chart. T squared and 5t both share t. Negative 5t and negative 25. I should pull out a negative 5. So t minus 5 would be a factor here. T squared, negative 5t, again, share a t. 5t and negative 25 will share a 5. And so I would end up with 3 factors for this one. A factor of 4, a factor of t minus 5, and a factor of t plus 5 when I'm done factoring completely. So in our actual note packet, we have room for 3 more examples from where we left off with our trinomials. And those last 3 examples are reserved for when we start with a binomial to begin with. So what you need to do is in your packet, go ahead and flip to your number 8, which should be your next open available spot to show work. I'm factoring for number 8, 9, and 10, the given quadratic or higher binomials. Hit pause here, try to factor completely. All right, hopefully you have your factor completely versions. Let's go through them. If you have mistakes, make your notes correct. So for number 8, there is no GCF, so we should go straight to a squared plus 0a as our placeholder term, and then minus or plus negative 256. All right, our magic combo then is 16 and negative 16, so a squared plus 16a minus 16a minus 256, which would end up getting us to a minus 16 and a plus 16 as our factors. All right, number 9, the problem here has a GCF of 3. I am allowed to go from here to here, and I can show that sort of in-between step there. All right, so we're going to factor out 3. And we can add in our 0 as placeholder term. All right, we end up with 3 times m squared plus 0m minus 9. So our magic combo here would be 3 and negative 3, which would end up getting us to 3 times m minus 3 times an m plus 3. All right, last one for our packet, number 10. Our GCF here is 2a squared. Be careful. If I don't pull out this a squared, I'm going to get stuck the whole rest of the way. Right? This has 4 a's, this has 2. So they both at least have 2 a's. That's part of the GCF. Make sure you pull that out. Now I'm allowed to go straight from here to here where I do my GCF and add in this. There are no a to the first terms. And this one that's sort of in between is my optional one that it takes me sort of baby steps to get there. All right, our magic combo here that works is 42 and negative 42. All right, we go to our chart from there. We end up with a 2a squared times a 6a minus 7 times a 6a plus 7. All right, pretty tricky one because our GCF was a little bit more complex there. Make sure you pulled out that entire GCF value. All right, I hope that helps you with your final review, and I'll see you guys later.